Yeah, that's right, Alicia and Brian. This is something that we will be tracking really as we get into Sunday night and into the beginning of next week as well. Right now, Nate is still a tropical storm with maximum sustained winds at 50 miles per hour. And you notice some convective activity on the southwestern side of this storm here. It's grazing over the Yucatan Peninsula as we speak. So as this reemerges out into the Gulf of Mexico, we do anticipate some strengthening with this storm. Hurricane watches and warnings already posted. In fact, we've got a hurricane warning for areas in Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana, as well as we track this moisture coming out of the Gulf of Mexico and moving to the northeast, affecting the Gulf Coast states. Here's the track with Tropical Storm Nate. You can see the storm system more than likely strengthening into a Category 1 hurricane as we get into Saturday evening, and then it works its way up into the United States, and it really passes over a large chunk of real estate in a short amount of time as this accelerates here. And as it works its way into the mid-Atlantic region Monday into Tuesday, we will be tracking that moisture and the remnants of Tropical Storm Nate. So what to expect Sunday night right through Monday, 1 to 2 inches of rain possible locally, up to 3 inches of rain in some spots. Ponding on the roads is a big concern. We're not anticipating creek or river flooding at this time, but certainly much needed rain on the way coming our way. Of course, we'll track the very latest with our weather back here at home coming up in just a little bit. Temperatures are still well above average, especially for the month of October. So as we look at the day planner, as we go throughout the rest of this evening and into the overnight hours, by 5 o'clock, we've got a temperature of 81 degrees. And during the overnight hours, temperatures still in the lower 70s. So still a very mild night across much of the region. Then we'll fast forward into the weekend. And on Saturday, high clouds, very warm start, high temperature in at 84 degrees. On Sunday, a mostly cloudy sky. You will notice an increase in the humidity as well. A high temperature coming in at 79, and we will be tracking some showers throughout the day as well. As far as temperatures right now, still very warm. 80 in Philadelphia, 80s up and down the I-95 corridor to the north and west, 79 for Allentown and Reading, and the Poconos 72. At the coast and Cape May 76. Down in Dover, numbers are in the lower 80s. Here's Satellite 6 along with Action Radar. You can see we've got a partly cloudy sky across the region. And you notice this frontal boundary snaked all the way back through the Great Lakes and portions of the Midwest. Eventually, this front lifts to the north, and we're tracking a cold front moving in from the west-east direction as we get into the second half of our weekend. But for the rest of tonight, certainly not bad. It's balmy for football tonight with Friday night lights, rather cloudy, very mild kickoff for high school football, that is. Temperature coming in at 75 degrees. And once we get into the fourth quarter, we're coming in at 70. And you can watch all of the highlights on High School Huddle coming up after Action News at 11 o'clock. Future Tracker 6 showing you as we get into the second half of our weekend, that's when we'll notice a bit of a change. It's mostly cloudy by then and a couple of spotty showers overhead by 4 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Notice those showers off to the west, but then we'll track that moisture as we get into 11 p.m. Sunday night, and that will be some of that remnant moisture from Tropical Storm Nate that will be working its way into our region. A lot of that heavy precipitation by 10 a.m. on Monday to the north and west of Philadelphia. In fact, Future Tracker 6 confirming that the bulk of that heaviest precipitation looks to be in the city and points to the north and west, where we could find anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of rain, and locally some spots higher than that. So the 4-day at 4 showing you warm with a milky sky tomorrow, 84. It's humid on Sunday, 79. Then we're tracking that rain from Nate by Monday with a high of 78 and leftover showers by Tuesday coming in at 83. We'll let you know when it will actually feel like fall coming up with that 7-day in the next half hour, guys.
Eventually, we suppose.
Sunday afternoon, we've got a number of 78 and a couple of showers will be overhead as well. We'll talk about the reason why in just a moment. But right now, temperatures still above average. It's 80 in Philadelphia. That's 10 degrees above the normal high for this time of year. 80 in Wilmington, 79 for Reading and Lancaster, 72 of the Poconos. Down in Dover, 83, and Cape May coming in at 77. Here is Satellite 6 along with Action Radar. You can see we've got a partly cloudy sky across the area, and we are tracking the stalled out frontal boundary from New England back across the Great Lakes. Eventually, there's a cold front moving across the Midwest that heads our way as we get into Sunday. But for the rest of tonight, it's rather cloudy and pretty mild. We'll drop down to 60 in the suburbs and 66 degrees in Philadelphia for the overnight low with that southerly wind at 3 to 6 miles per hour. hour. We'll get into Saturday, and we still have a lot of high clouds around. It's warm and muggy. High temperature in at 84, a good 14 degrees above average as we tap into that southwesterly wind. So that warm front lifts to the north, allowing for all of that warm air to funnel into our region. As we get into the second half of the weekend, we're tracking that front that moves in as we get into Sunday. Then tropical humidity arrives by Sunday with a few showers around, first because of the front, high of 79, and then as we're tracking the remnants of Nate working their way into our region, we'll tap into some of that moisture as we get into Sunday night and even into early next week. So Future Tracker 6 showing you the rainfall we are expecting down to the south. Knoxville close to 3 inches, about at 1.64 inches there in Montgomery as we get into Tuesday morning, and then we'll widen out the picture, get a little closer to home. In Philadelphia, we could find 1 to 2 inches of rain, but locally higher amounts than that. And this model really showing you that the highest precipitation models and totals look to be north and west of Philadelphia and north and west of that I-95 corridor. Nonetheless, this will be a soaking and much needed rain. It is dry in some locations across the Delaware and Lehigh valleys. The exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast showing you it's warm with a milky sky tomorrow. High temperature in at 84. On Sunday, it's humid with a couple of showers around and it's 79. Then we're tracking that tropical moisture that moves in late Sunday night into Monday. It's muggy with rain around then, a high of 78. Early showers around on Tuesday, 83. Not bad. On Wednesday, partly sunny, 76. Then getting cooler Thursday, I should say, and next Friday. I need some glasses. Lower 70s on the way as we get into next weekend.
No, I don't believe you. Just can't believe your eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you,
Brian.
You're not going to believe our Freebie Friday. Free olive oil, free wine, free ice cream.
Yeah.
Meet us after the break.